Hey guys, so something that's been in the news quite a lot the past week or two is sort of a continuation of those BLM riots or protests in America, and it's become about more than just like BLM at this point, and yeah, a lot of people are getting quite angry, not just at the protesters, but about the federal agents or National Guard or whatever who are arresting them and stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of bad that, the government is going around arresting people, but people are comparing it to like Hong Kong, like the secret police there going around arresting people, or like the Nazis, like the Gestapo or whatever. And I think that's kind of a false comparison, because like these Antifa protesters, they are actually being violent, like they are destroying people's private property, not just government buildings, and they're actively, they call themselves anarchists, but they're actually like actively campaigning for more government coercion and stuff, right? So it's sort of like, yeah, I am in principle against the state doing something like that, going around arresting protesters, but at the same time, it's like, it's not completely unwarranted. Yeah, because well, you just look at like the stuff that BLM and Antifa do and say, and it's pretty mental. But yeah, so yeah, I just and another thing is like a lot of them now are because they're under attack from the state. They're the official state. They're going on about how why aren't like libertarians standing up for them and stuff, and well, because like before this they basically just like would tell libertarians to fuck off. Like they hate libertarians, they think they're racist, they think they're fascist or whatever. They don't believe in private property, they throw fucking milkshakes at people, they beat up people who are like moderate conservatives like Andy No. So they're not peaceful people. They're not they're not really libertarian. Like they try to be when it's convenient for them, but yeah, it's like you got to really just kind of, yeah, they get what they deserve at that point, Whoa. Yeah, so I just think that it's pretty silly to to sort of compare like Antifa to Hong Kong protesters, or stuff like that. But yeah, and obviously, there's a lot of people who are in these protests, a lot of people that say they're libertarian, say they're communist, say they're anarchist or whatever. Oh, train. But yeah, and so there's been a lot of sad stuff that's happened recently. There's that guy, I'm not 100% sure of his name, I think he was called Garrett Foster, and people are saying he's a libertarian, but he was at this Antifa or BLM protest. I can't remember what state it was, but yeah, he blocked this car. He had a like really big machine gun on him, which is kind of ironic considering he's probably surrounded by loads of people who want to ban guns. But anyway, yeah, we'll leave that for another day. But anyway, yeah, he people don't really like. There's a lot of dispute over whether, of course, he actually fired at the driver who he was blocking first, or he just pointed a gun at him, or whatever. But either way, he was using his gun, and yeah, the driver fired on him in self-defense and shot him dead. And yeah, obviously that is sad for him and his family and stuff. But at the end of the day, like if you're going out with a gun, you're blocking roads, you're pointing a machine gun at people, like if people do have a right to self-defense, like maybe it wasn't strictly necessary. I don't know if he was actually trying to shoot the guy, but yeah, in that moment you sort of the driver saw that like it was like sort of a stand your ground law, right? It was like he didn't know what this guy was going to do, so he had to just use self-defense. And so it's I don't consider that guy a murderer or anything. It's a very unfortunate situation, of course, but yeah, it's just like Antifa going around behaving like that. Loads of people have been killed at their rallies. I think death toll's like 28, 29 now or something. And yeah, they just go around destroying fucking cities and stuff, and then they expect peaceful libertarians or whatever come to their aid and like call to arms with them. But no, you guys are assholes, really. Most of you, a lot of you are probably just very confused. But yeah, like, you're not libertarians, guys, and you're certainly not anarchists. Yeah, you believe in violence, you believe in violating non-aggression principles systematically. So, yeah, honestly, it's kind of a case of go fuck yourself. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say on it, really. I think it's quite clear that yeah, a lot of other people are kind of thinking along that line. Although I've seen a lot of like people in the American Libertarian Party, like that guy, talking about that guy who died yesterday, saying, "Oh, he was a hero, a brother in arms, rest in power," or whatever. And it's like, oh, I don't really know enough about his beliefs to say, you know, whether he was you know, actually a libertarian or not, like I say. But it was just strange that he was going to one of those protests. Maybe he's just one of the wet libertarians, kind of like Joe Jorgensen, you know, who thinks that Black Lives Matter is compatible with it. The movement, of course, not the statement itself. But anyway, that's yeah, we covered that already. So yeah, take it easy, guys. Please do like and subscribe and all that good shit. See you later.